Tragic though it may be, it's inevitable. Someday, Mario is gonna have to retire. Think about it, he can't run around jumping on turtles and bouncing off walls forever. I mean, that kind of stuff has to take a toll on your thoracic vertebrae. Fortunately, when Mario finally hangs up the fire flowers for good, he'll be well prepared for life as an old retired plumber. Case in point, he's already familiar with vitamins, and the dude can straight up golf. This is Mario Golf TOADSTOOL Tour for the Nintendo GameCube, and this is what the daily routines of Mushroom Kingdom citizens will one day be. After all, there's no mushroom for arthritis. Those familiar with the Mario sports games may notice Mario Golf TOADSTOOL Tour looks a lot like Mario Power Tennis, and that's because the two games were developed simultaneously by the same studio, Camelot Software Planning. In fact, they actually share a lot of the same assets and technology, so from fonts to even things like the structural layout and design of gameplay modes, the two games feature a lot of the same developmental and compositional elements. The one obvious difference being that tennis isn't golf. Mario Golf TOADSTOOL Tour is the 2003 follow-up to the original Mario Golf for the Nintendo 64, and across both releases, the core principles are the same. The Mario Golf games essentially take an arcade golf gameplay foundation and build a decidedly Nintendo house on top of that. So, at the most basic explanation, Mario Golf is really just a Mushroom Kingdom-infused version of Hot Shots Golf. A game which, fun fact, was also developed by Camelot.
Nice ball.
Like Mario Power Tennis, Mario Golf TOADSTOOL Tour starts with a beautiful animation sequence focused on the misadventures of Wario and Waluigi. The video is very polished and genuinely funny, and just like the one in Mario Power Tennis, it does a nice job of somehow making the ludicrous concept of Mario characters playing golf make sense. Well, at least as much sense as it needs to make. What's far more important than logic in a Mario sports game is fun, an area in which TOADSTOOL Tour needs no flashy videos to prove its competence. Mario Golf TOADSTOOL Tour features essentially the same gameplay as its Nintendo 64 predecessor. You can measure and aim your shots by moving the camera around the course, and when you're satisfied with your setup, you step up to the tee and drive the ball. You can play with an automatic control setup by simply pushing the A button to initiate your shot, and then in time with the corresponding power gauge at the bottom of the screen, press A again to execute your shot. I like these automatic controls because they're instantly accessible and easy to understand, and that's really important when you're playing the game in a multiplayer setting, which is where it really shines. But more advanced golfers will be happy to know you can add backspin and forward spin and all sorts of advanced control mechanics to your shots by using the manual control scheme. Now, don't expect the same degree of control and precision you get from golf games like Tiger Woods or anything, but the manual setup definitely provides enough depth for ambitious TOADSTOOL Tour players. And to be honest, if you're expecting much more control nuance from a game like Mario Golf, your expectations are suffering from a wicked slice. Perhaps more than anything else, course design is the most important element of any golf game, and in that regard, TOADSTOOL Tour is a solid par. The courses are designed consistently well, and fortunately they're never too gimmicky for their own good. Indeed, they're actually a bit more reality-based than you'd expect from a Mario sports game, and that's actually a good thing. It may seem like a bizarre contrast at first, but it works really well. The problem, however, is that the courses start slow, and you won't get to play the game's most engaging and creative holes until you unlock them. So you have to make your way through some pretty uneventful courses before the game really starts putting on all cylinders. Like most Mario sports games, especially ones released for the GameCube, Toadstool Tour is at its best when it's played with friends. The game supports up to 4-player offline multiplayer. Social gaming sessions I've never had anything less than an awesome time with. Indeed, if you still have a few GameCube controllers lying around and a few friends willing to hit the links, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour is a no-brainer. Of course, the game of golf inherently moves at a slower pace than games like tennis and soccer, so if I had to rank the Mario sports games on GameCube, this one wouldn't even be in the top 3. But that speaks more to how good they were last generation than to anything wrong with Mario Golf. In fact, from the wide variety of its single-player courses and minigames to its fantastic multiplayer appeal, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour is an easy recommendation to Wii owners and GameCube holdouts. And hey, you might as well enjoy games like this while they're the exception rather than the norm. Because if you think Mario spends too much time on the tennis courts and golf links now, just wait until his hip gives out.